Joan Laporta said that about Mbappé in March 2024, and the entire football world laughed him off. But what if the man everyone mocked was the only one who saw it coming? March 21st, 2024. Joan Laporta, no stranger to the politics of the transfer market, typed a sentence that would echo through Spanish football. On X, the official Barca worldwide account posted his words, "I do not envy Real Madrid signing Kylian Mbappé. He will distort their locker room. This will go down as the greatest quote. No statistics, no data, just a blunt warning, delivered as Madrid circled a deal worth €200 million for the most coveted forward in Europe." Laporta was not talking about goals or assists. He was talking about chemistry, about how a single superstar could tip the balance in a dressing room built around young, rising stars. He had seen it before. Neymar's arrival, Messi's era, the silent shifts that happen behind closed doors. The message was not cloaked in jealousy or rivalry. It was a calculated shot fired at the heart of Madrid's identity. But who, in that moment, took it seriously? The world had its answer, and it was not subtle. Within minutes, Laporta's warning became internet fodder. The phrase, "He will distort their locker room," ricocheted across X, TikTok, and Facebook, not as prophecy, but as punchline. Meme accounts stitched his face onto soap opera villains. A TikTok soundbite, Laporta's clipped voice set to dramatic music, was used in over 300 videos, racking up 1.2 million views in 2 days. On Reddit, threads filled with jokes about jealousy and "old man yells at cloud" climbed into the thousands of upvotes. The Guardian called it a melodramatic warning that sounded more like a soap opera line. ESPN's side note dismissed Laporta's claim as hyperbole. Even serious football shows could not resist. One Spanish pundit waved a printed version of the tweet on live TV, grinning as he called it the year's best comedy. Hashtag Laporta Mimi trended for 48 hours, with 57% of X replies mocking or ridiculing the idea that a superstar could break Madrid's chemistry. But buried beneath the laughter, a question lingered. Was everyone laughing at the right thing? Inside Real Madrid's headquarters, the pitch for Kylian Mbappé was never just about goals. The boardroom walls held more than transfer budgets. They held warning signs. Meeting minutes from June 2024 show President Florentino Perez and his advisors weighing a €250 million gamble. Javier Garrido's scouting dossier flagged a possible wage cap breach, noting that adding Mbappé's salary could force Vinícius Jr, Jude Bellingham, and Rodrigo into new contract demands. Maria Lopez, the club's psychologist, filed a report on hierarchy friction. How does a 22-year-old global icon fit into a squad already led by a 21-year-old Bellingham? The answer was not obvious. Financial models projected Rodrigo's wage share would jump past 8% of the total payroll, a figure that set off alarms about future renewals and internal equity. Yet, the commercial calculus was irresistible. A projected brand value surge could offset the risk. The final board decision read like a compromise: accept the volatility and launch team-building workshops and media training sessions as a safety net. The club knew the danger Laporta named. What they could not model was how quickly numbers on a spreadsheet would become problems on the pitch. On the pitch, the numbers drew a sharper line than any headline ever could. In the 25 matches after Mbappe's arrival, Vinícius Jr touched the ball in the final third 14% less often, dropping from 254 to 219 per 90 minutes. Rodrigo's output fell even more. His shots per 90 collapsed by 28%, and his expected goals dropped by 1/3. Jude Bellingham, once the engine in Madrid's midfield, saw his touches in central zones slip by 7%. Heat maps from Opta and StatsBomb told the same story. The wide, unpredictable attack that defined Madrid's identity began to contract toward the center, with Vinícius drifting inside and Rodrigo's runs squeezed into narrow corridors. The data did not just show a dip in form, they revealed a redistribution of roles, a new gravitational pull around Mbappé that left others orbiting further from the heart of play. For Madrid's board, these were not random fluctuations. Statistical tests confirmed that the drop in Vinícius's involvement and the decline in Rodrigo's threat were significant, not just a blip. The risk Laporta had named, distortion, not destruction, was now visible in the numbers. But what did this shift feel like for the players themselves? That question would find its answer not in spreadsheets, but in moments of friction that no statistic could hide. Sevilla, 33rd minute. Mbappé darts into the penalty area, eyes locked on the goal, but Vinícius slides across the same channel. Two world-class attackers, one shrinking pocket of space, the pass never comes. Mbappé pulls up, forced to recycle the ball, and the stadium buzzes with confusion. In the stands, hands go up. Whose run was it, really? Later that month, against Athletic Bilbao, 58th minute, Rodrigo charges in for a near-post header. Mbappé, stationed just outside the 6-yard box, drifts in at the last second. Their paths collide, the ball glances harmlessly wide. Commentators do not need slow motion to spot the hesitation. Then, in June, a short audio clip leaks from the training ground. Mbappé's voice, frustrated, says, "Why am I always forced to the center? I want freedom on the left." Forensic analysts confirm the tape's authenticity. These are not just tactical wrinkles, they are flashes of friction, moments that cannot be explained by numbers alone. The question is not just whether the system fits, but whether the people inside it can. On January 15, 2026, the headlines stopped laughing. "I'm surprised by what he did," Laporta's phrase ran in 7 major outlets, echoing across sports pages and talk shows. The mockery faded as Carlo Ancelotti, pressed by reporters in February, admitted, "We are working to realign the attack. It's not easy." No more hiding behind tradition or market value. Madrid's identity was now under review, and the coach's solution was as bold as the problem. Early in 2027, the club unveiled a 3-5-2 formation, with 2 strikers, Vinícius restored to the left, Rodrigo wide, and Mbappé paired up front. The result? Vinícius's final third touches jumped 15%. The experiment didn't erase the past, but it proved something had needed fixing, and that the warning, once a punchline, had become a blueprint. Today, every lineup change at Madrid sparks debate. The real question is, did we ignore a warning or witness football's new reality? Sometimes the truth arrives long after the applause.